My grandfather was alive, we would read over it like probably every 2 years. We would get the book out and just read stuff again because you forget what's in there. I don't know, just because it's so interesting, especially when you forget about people like Dummy and then you read about him again and you can laugh. It's funny. And just the little stories you forget. I've read the book like a dozen times and I still can't remember like a lot of what's in here. Every time I go back to read it, I find or remember interesting stuff that I didn't know before. Dummy at last met the death oft forecasted. Fishing Creek character run down by B&S train last night and killed. Hit often before. Right. Rushed to hospital. Here. Died just after reaching the institution. The fate it had often been prophesied would befall Dummy Albertson. Fishing Creek's picturesque character cost him his life last night when he was struck by a Bloomsburg and Sullivan train and died of his injuries only a few minutes after he had been admitted to the Bloomsburg hospital. 5 times before he had been struck by a train only to escape injury. He had spent the greater part of yesterday afternoon at the store of Rush Harrison at Forks, and then started on his way back to his shack about a mile below. As was his custom, he walked on the railroad tracks. It was at a point nearly opposite the Hess cottages and at the sharp turn in the tracks where the engineer's view of the track ahead was hidden, and he was struck and his body hurled from the tracks. The train was immediately stopped, and when picked up by the crew, it realized that his injuries were serious. He was placed in the baggage car and brought to Bloomsburg and once taken to the hospital, where he died within 5 minutes after being admitted. His left leg and left arm were broken. He suffered a punctured wound on the left side of the head, and he was otherwise cut and bruised about the body. Okay. There was a really cool one in the beginning about a lady in 1912. She worked in the Benton Hotel and working around the ovens, doing the laundry, a coal popped out and caught her dress on fire. And then she didn't really know what to do from there, so she ran around on fire and she ran into the dining room where people were eating, flaming. That got attention. Yeah, and then all those people ran out, and I'm pretty sure it burnt the whole hotel down. Whoever put this together just clipped the clippings out. Now they did write in pencil a date on here. I like it and its original. As you can see, it's really old and falling apart. In our newspapers now, it just doesn't give that kind of description about people. Where this one has like headlines is died suddenly while at market. So it's deaths and occasional weddings. And the weddings are kind of cool because they didn't do all the crazy stuff that we do now. They got married. They always got married at someone's house. And it's a book that somebody physically pasted snippets of information in. So that makes it a book of snippets. In my book of snippets.